Hi, Emily here from Emily's Visions. Another week has gone by. I've enjoyed sharing my first video and talking to people about what I said. Over the last week I've mainly been in Second Life doing a sci-fi expo which was for Relay for Life, which is a cancer charity. So that's been very busy. We met all sorts of different people from all over the world, and we raised about £2,500 for a cancer charity, which is wonderful. So yeah, we've been doing that. Today I wanted to talk about going from being a big fish in a small pond to being a small fish in a large pond, which I think probably most people will empathise with a little. We've all gone through stages where we've taken a step further. As an epileptic, I've worked quite carefully to make sure that I've got everything that I need, all the carers and right attitudes, people with the right attitudes around me that support me, both, you know, whilst both as someone who has seizures, so helping me through the seizures, but also people who can support me, you know, in those windows of opportunity when I'm feeling good and I'm feeling inspired, and the fact that my brain is firing off all sorts of weird things, because it is very much like having a brain that has like an electrical storm going on inside it. The people who can help me during those times to make a difference, and can help me take my inspirations and put them into practice so that everyone can benefit. So from that perspective, in a fair few of my projects, I am a big fish in a small pond. Now, there are benefits to that, and that also constrictions to it too. One thing is that I tend to be surrounded by people who respect me, and also people who understand my disability, and also people who've worked with me through all of those lumps and bumps that, you know, everybody experiences as we evolve. Our emotions go up and down. They know when something is a problem and when something isn't a problem because they know me well. Also, as a big fish, I can make quite a big impact on people's lives. People see me and talk to me like I'm someone who's important. So my energy is definitely optimized. You know, I'm with people it's worth talking to. So that's made it very worth being a big fish in a small pond. But I quite like to thinking of stepping out and reaching more people with my kindness and my inspiration. Unfortunately, that takes me into a scenario where perhaps I'm moving from being a big fish in a small pond to a small fish in a big pond. And that's scary, because I won't have that support. And I may well meet more people who don't understand me, and aren't able to make the sort of allowances that help me to be efficient and really help my projects to thrive. So, you know, it's potentially quite disappointing. But I think we've all been through phases where, you know, it's time to step up and reach, and we can reach, particularly if you find in some areas, like maybe you're in a family, you know, where you're important, and you're going out of the house to a space where you're going to meet lots of strangers who don't know who you are, they don't know what's great about you. You know, I think we've all been through that, and it is scary. But I think the positives could be that I could reach more people. I think also one thing that has been a disadvantage of being a big fish in a small pond is because you are so important to everyone. I tend to find, because I'm important to people, they want my attention and they want me to help them with their problems, and sometimes I can't help them with their problems, or sometimes because I'm a big fish and I've got lots of things to do, I can't I can't give them the support they need, and I haven't got the time, I haven't got the energy. And then of course, you know, then people wonder, well, why is she such a big fish? Why is she such a big fish? Because they haven't had the experience of being close to me. So as a small fish in a big pond, I think probably to begin with there'll be less expected from me. I'll be a beginner, and so long as I'm happy with that, I think it will work well. And I have seen that in my community sometimes. Sometimes I have had big fishes joining my communities, because I have various different types of community that I oversee and look after. And I've seen that it's quite hard for them as big fish to be a little fish, to be a small fish, because they know they're important. They know, you know, their good qualities. Nobody else really knows them yet. Also, they don't really know how their good qualities can fit into this new pond, this bigger pond. So they can feel a little lost, and also they can feel a little like they're not getting the personal reinforcement that, you know, they either used to or that they anticipated. So I think it's going to be challenging to be a little fish in a big pond, but I'm going to give it a go. And I just want to extend my best wishes to everyone who finds themselves going from being a big fish in a small pond to a small fish in a big pond. You're reaching out, you're making a bigger difference, and it's scary, but it's worthwhile, and it's also a hero's path, so good on you. And I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you like, maybe below in the comments you could mention sometimes, if you like, share sometimes when you have been going from being a big fish in a small pond to a small fish in a big pond. We've all gone through these experiences, and I think through sharing them, you know, just a little every now and again helps us to understand, you know, that we're all on earth doing the same sort of things, and sharing the same sort of challenges. So thank you for listening.